lakad matatag!
Normally.
Beauty Vessuwan. They decide on their last pick, and it's gonna be a Viper. Okay, that I like it because it adds a ton of push, right? And Ember Spirit to be the mid laner, especially because, as you can see, this game is already gonna start getting hard for the Ember Spirit. I had not expected that to happen at level 1, but starting from level 2, Karma is gonna have a very hard game ahead of himself. Lane is actually really good, because Enigma is gonna come online, is gonna be able to find those blink into black hole plays. By the time that Viper's power curve is kind of starting to fall off, Barlow, he is gonna right click down. Me personally, I'm just rooting for whatever is most exciting, and Blink Black Holes most certainly are exciting. So is this gang on Light of Hope. Light of Hope trying to run himself out of there. Rayam gets tossed back around. He is not gonna die to tower shots actually. He is gonna live with just 6 HP, and it's gonna be fine there. Now has a Fissure to block in the Grimstroke. And TML, yeah, rip. Okay, the damage isn't quite there. Instead, Chain's done on the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend, he did not have a point of ultimate yet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Thrown to the wolves.
Okay, good. So I just rapidly had to unplug all of my sound cables and plug them back in to see which one could be the one causing trouble, right? I have a soundboard with like 7 cables connected to it, one of which was my phone I was charging. And the second I unplugged that, I suddenly got like and my Discord thingy went free. So you guys can hear me talk about this Lycanthrope dying again. As first and foremost, Boom Bui is gonna get taken out, because Lycan with those stuns, that's when he really gets scary. And instead Ember Spirit strikes. For the side of TNC, may not have had any opportunities to make huge plays, but this Ember Spirit is going for it. Not to farm oriented. And look at that! Oh my goodness! It is a huge avalanche toss into the black hole. The black hole gets cancelled with a nice ultimate Lioness still managed to turn the fight. But TNC, they lost 3 there. Are they now gonna be able to get themselves out? I don't think so. At least not on this Lashback. And Lashback, yeah, he is gonna get right clicked down by the Viper, by that Lycanthrope. Now, Ember Spirit heals though, because in terms of gold, TNC, they just kind of need to wait out the timer, right, until they are rich enough to fight with everyone. However, if you help, even if it is like a 2-0 lead for one team or the other. Ooh. Here comes the BKB from the Shadow Fiend. Ember's just gonna try to kite through that. Now Enigma was forced to use his own BKB. That means that Blink plus Black Hole combo needs to be placed with extreme care. In comes an Avalanche toss onto Viper. But there is the Winter Wyvern ultimate, turning that around. And Karma, he does almost go down, but not quite. With a huge Black Hole, they are gonna get themselves some more kills. On TNC, TNC now actually committing buybacks as they want to clean up. And guess what? It is gonna be a lot harder than it looks at Boom Bui. Will go on down, but only after trade for Mavis. And now Shadow Fiend in a lot of trouble. He is locked down. He is trying to heal through, getting the Requiem out, but the chain stun is there. He does not get the Requiem. And Chanel. Boom Bui, he goes on down to an Avalanche toss plus Ember Spirit new combo. Ember Spirit, I'm surprised. Well, I'm half surprising a blink forward, holding my breath, but nope. Nope. Beauty Vessuwan, they realize, hey, we should maybe not be taking these fights head on just because we find a good initiation. Now, a great initiation, maybe. Or you just pick up the Grimstroke to start things up. They're looking to pursue Barlow, opting for more, and guess what? That Rave Pact, it is not gonna save your Tiny. It is only gonna give. But okay, that's not the way to initiate Tiny. He gets Eul's force-staffed out. Barlow is still ticking to the damage over time, and I think that's gonna be enough. It is. In comes the Winter Wyvern ultimate, but it only catches the Lashback, and that means down goes the Winter Wyvern as well as the Viper. Lioness, he's hit some great ultimates this game. That wasn't one of them though.
Radiant's
Viper, Avalanche, Toss, Slayer, Blitz, all coming at the same time, but guess what? He gets the BKB out before the triple remnant is there to finish the job. Now Ember Spirit still running at him for more. The BKB wears up and they finally do get the damage in. Is the Lashback gonna take down? Yes, he will though. Viper, he does have that Aghanim shard. That means if Beauty Vessuwan fights, enabling one final power curve from the side of Beauty Vessuwan is pretty much the only way you still lose this game. And yeah, there we go. Black Hole plus the Slayer of Fist onto 3 people. Well, 2 people until the third got tossed in there. KNP on the Lycanthrope. Ooh, yeah. He was trying to position himself in a way that Winter Wyvern could get an ultimate off, right? Raid them together. That's why he stopped just when he walked up the high ground. Because you want 2 or 3 people in your melee range hitting you if there's a Winter Wyvern behind you. However, TNC, now this time around, they may actually find Barlow off the Lycanthrope, as Salt isn't quite a ton compared to Tiny's huge health pool, but KNP, his ultimate wears off at the most unfortunate timing. He pressed BKB and even a second of ult would have done so much work for him. Now instead, Lycanthrope goes down. He got chained to the Viper, leaving Viper in a bit of an unfortunate spot. Viper really just wants to right-click people down and isn't able to get a lot of right-click damage in. Ember Spirit is taking kinda low, but considering you also lost the Shadow Fiend off the back of that for just 1 buyback on the Tiny, it is now an 18k goal, and that does throw you off. That does take a lot of the tempo out of that push spread, and now finally Karma is gonna look to initiate again with 2-man Black Hole actually. TNC, they patiently wait for a chance to take that fight, and when that chance finally arrives, they get 2 kills for free. A nice Winter Wyvern ultimate is gonna make the Tiny buyback. Now in comes the Lycanthrope into 4 people, but he is right-clicking the support for a ton of damage while his BKB still lasts. Like his BKB wears out and the stun, it comes in just in time, but Earthshaker is in position to finish off the Grimstroke for that. Now Ember Spirit, he wants revenge. You have just killed my favorite painter, he says, remnanting himself in and closing out that kill. Good game gets called. Good game indeed for TNC in the first game of our grand final. Bad Rider, well, now not scary. He was very much before the Doom last pick. Duty Vessuwan, okay. I want to believe. I want this to go hitting Duty Vessuwan to get themselves back into this series, tie it out 1-1. Because it is best of 5. I want to see all 5 of these games be played and then have time for groceries for the weekend, right? Kazuya, he gets punished for that tower dive. It's just gotta feed the first blood to the tower shots, and it was really the last tower shot. Hey, sometimes positioning is awkward like that. Magnus, he is gonna serve that. Magnus can definitely snowball and use the crap out of. Mavis goes down over to the top lane, thanks to Void getting kinda lucky on a bash. And suddenly this looks to be going, but you also, that's the thing, that's why the Magnus is bottom lane, I think. That's why the Magnus is technically safe lane. Here's the one core that you have the hardest time shutting down because of the Empower. And even if you do, then you have 3 cores you constantly gotta run it, can't take objectives of your own. Well, TNC definitely do want to find themselves some very important objectives. Pun on the Clockwork gets harassed down a bit by Kazuya, who of course Dota decided to break the ticket. Well, that happens. Looks like Magnus is still gonna go down, and yeah. That's that kitty smiley face dying to a really good Pangolier kill. That is a nice way of snowballing the gold lead you have on the Pangolier, because judging from the amount of... Okay, Ember Spirit got that kill, but it is still an assist and it's still XP. I would love to chase for more, realize he had vision there, but Light of Hope, with the poison, with the right clicks, he's at least gonna lose out on a lot of regen. Ooh, with the Snapfire though, they are trying to turn that, and the Shield Crash could not come out in time onto 2 heroes, because Shield Crash into Swashbuckle would have done the Ember Spirit in. But sometimes you just do not find that opening. Now KNP getting dived on with the first Doom. They do find that high value kill, and Light of Hope, he tries his very hardest for that deny. Isn't gonna succeed. Fuck, my man, can you do it? No, he cannot. Magic One still cooldown for half a second. Arm with that ultimate, with that global map presence. RP only on the nade drop, but luring him out of this. They are trying to separate him from his team, and Buck, he is taking hit after hit to the face, but there is the Shadow Grave. KNP gets poisoned. Nice AoE poison actually from the Desert, and Kazuya with the heal wave still alive, still right-clicking it up. Now Rayam goes down first. Kazuya, he manages to walk himself onto the tower. You don't even care if you go down at this point. The tower right-clicks are gonna punish Clockwork or not. As instead, with the rolling thunder, they set aside on the 2-1 Magnus, but end up losing the Dazzle on the backlines there. A slight bit sloppy from TNC to get separated in that fashion, as now Carlo gets cleaned off the map as will. Actually, oh my goodness, return kill on KNP. Well, Bash RNG has been really good to him all game. So maybe he just expected 5 back fight. KNP, he is caught in a bit of an awkward spot, as now behind him comes the Nate Drop with a first item silence. Oh, that is such a good item against the Faceless Void. It's gonna force KNP to get BKB a lot earlier than he would like to. Duty Vessuwan, they are by no means out of it, mind you. TNC are only on a very Vessuwan, being the ones that want to set the tempo, that want to take that Lycan and just run down objective after objective. Ooh, Doom, do you want to do this? I think, yeah. If you want to go for that Doom, you should have dropped it earlier. Now Karma gets kept alive by the Shadow Grave, but just for a second, of course, it's fun to walk out of position. And Ember Spirit, he is not gonna be denied. In fact, Nate's Drop once again comes in with an amazing teleport and has, of course, right, as a caster, I have to take a really deep breath in and kind of hold my breath for a second, because when the fight goes, and there it goes on the top lane, Snapfire getting locked down, getting stunned, chain stunned up, and boom, that is just a quick pickoff, but no Doom required. Doombringer does have that blink dagger, does have the BKB ready. Need to at least chip the tower a little, you know, get to work. Doom trying to get a position for a good blink, but a blink skewer as he was under vision is instead gonna make his life very difficult. He gets Shadow Graved up, but with the Chronosphere, he cannot get the ultimate out, as yeah, he was just chronoed up for longer than he was immortal, and that means Dazzle is gonna go down as well. And without the Doom, that fight could be looking hard. However, on the other side of that fight, Clockwork, he was zoning everybody away from his team, and he got killed off for that. I don't think he might. Now, if more heroes die here, you do though. Pangolier tried to kill off the Ember Spirit. Snapfire, meanwhile, turning around onto the Nate's Props, and no bashes means Snapfire. It's gonna die for enabling Faceless Void to get that kill. Ooh, Pangolier with the roll up, and oh my goodness, the swashbuckle is so good. It's not enough damage, but there is a fissure, and look at this kiting fight. Bardo the Carlo, he is gonna go down, but for saving the looks of it, Snapfire would make for an excellent first target. The Doom instead is gonna be found on the Magnus though, to prevent the RP from coming out, and now that they don't have to fear that RP, in goes Nate's Drop frontlining next to his Doom. Snapfire is still gonna be the first to die, but the Doom on Magnus, it is keeping him zoned out of the fight, and now got him to very low health and still in position looking for that RP. Nate's Drop, he goes down to Ember Spirit, maintaining some excellent positioning. Dazzle not gonna be able to keep themselves alive. However, now Ember Spirit, if he dies for this, it would be huge. And will they get Light of Hope here? Ooh, the Swashbuckle barely, not enough damage. Light of Hope still walking, and the miss chance. Oh, I miss Lance. I wish I could make CPI this game. I'm really due for land. And look at that Chronosphere barely connecting on the Pangolier still. It is under the tower, and this time around the Shadow Grave is gonna be struck the right way, plus a nice roll up, and the Rolling Thunder to try and turn that around. The Rolling Thunder not quite connecting KP, and KP did have the BKB ready, so even if it did, it was maybe not the right play from the Pango. That should have just walked himself away for a second, but there is the two-man Echo, and the Echo comes through the second Ember's BKB wears off. So, while I thought it was just gonna be an easy kill on the Void and Ember getting out, it is instead 2 for 2 so far, and TNC, they want to clean this up. They want to look at objectives now. It looks like this new draft from Beauty Vessuwan, or this new lineup, not like improvisation where you actually have to call a shot in the middle of a hectic team fight like this one starting up right now. In comes the Mortimer's Kiss, half of them being done, but enough of them landing on the Earthquake to make his life very difficult. Earthshaker wants to fissure into the Chronosphere, but the BKB from the Faceless Void means that's not really a thing. Pangolier stunning up the Faceless Void, would love to kill off KMP. KMP able to time walk out. Nate's Prompt still has that Aegis, I mean. And with a Doom Scroll on the Ember Spirit, he is gonna go down for sure. And Ember Spirit, you're probably gonna have to buy him back the way this fight is going. Down goes the Clockwork, and all of that just for the one hero. Bok, he didn't really need the Aegis just yet, but guess what? That means they are completely fine with the Doom Skewerage back in. Oh, you mean you're saving our Doom, the Blink Dagger timing? He doesn't have to wait for his blink cooldown. Okay, now with all of the buybacks, actually looks good again for Duty Vessuwan, but they cannot take this too far out of the base, and I think they know it. Fighting 2v3, but 2v3 without a Chronosphere. Okay, now a nice Steward coming in. Bog still pressing the BKB, but it is just gotta be BKB TP out. Didn't quite get the Aegis value you wanted. Positioning item of the sword. Duty Vessuwan, they still... Oh, I was gonna say about how Void is still gonna be fine. I thought he was, because there was a Magnus with Blink and Skewer in position. He just didn't get there quite in time.
Radiant.
TNC, with how long the road respawn can be, I don't think they want to wait it out. And yeah, they will find on the bottom lane, in fact, the Ember Spirit. Light of Hope, he's not having a great game. This is not a great Ember game to begin with. But then his team always just barely being out of range for the follow-up feels so bad. Because with the Fissure, with all of that zoning there is, okay, now Nature's Prophet gets caught out of position. And Buck is still kind of susceptible to a lot of big right clicks, but guess what? Doom just self-dooms and stands right next to him. Try running down the Nature's Prophet if you have to stand in the Doombringer ultimate for it. And a two-man smoke from the last two still alive. Good RP and Snapfire's kisses. Ooh, there it is. A little late, but better late than never, right? And in come the kisses, but the damage is not gonna be enough without a Chronosphere, something to be there for the kills. And it looks like TNC, they say screw it, 30k gold lead. We can finish this. And Duty Vessuwan, they aren't even gonna GG out. As, yeah, if they're triggered this game, I really feel for them. I understand. Without condoning or condemning, I understand. Because this was supposed to kind of be their game. And they fumbled 3 team fights throughout the game, which should have all... That's my dollar store drum whirl and Doom. Oh, I still need to get myself a soundboard one of these days. Though, I think I would probably Lich being careful to give that kill to Pangolier. Much important kill onto Mavis there, allowing the Pangolier to perhaps hit a really early Rolling Thunder. And yeah, that early Rolling Thunder, it can come in huge, because usually Pangolier, we see him as that mid laner, ganking the side lanes, right? But here, ganking the mid lane would actually be super nice to get your Lina online. Because against the Invoker, Lina already got a good lane, but it's not free by any means in that Invoker is farming 2. Rayam still running, and the Fissure is better. But as long as this Bok core, well, if he is gonna die like that, then I may not have to hype his snowballing farm and the amount of creeps he can get in the jungle up that much. Lich, one more right click from the Pango is gonna do it. Yeah, from the Pango, from PA I mean, and PA wants the Pango now. Dota 2, please get fight recap. How did Earthshaker make that happen? Like, what the crap? I think he had an enchant totem ready when he came around the corner there, like the buff on him, to right click for a ton, because that's not supposed to happen. That's something... Lina had a fairy fire and everything. Well, Buck, he goes on down. That's a kill I can catch, because he... Pangolier, he goes looking for the tower dive. It will be on the Grimstroke, at least an attempt on the Grimstroke. As instead, Invoke comes in, burning all 3 people's mana with an amazing tornado. And now Pangolier, okay, he actually didn't get mana burn there. Never mind 2 people's mana. But Pango is still gonna go down, as he did not have level 6 yet. He did not really have a way to get himself out against the Invoker. And Clockwork is on the run, but guess what? A Fissure. And boom, yeah. Well, double damage rune with enchant totem, that hits really hard. Chris used this game in a very swift and decisive fashion. Ooh, there's a Fissure. Magnus charging out. Alright, hookshot in onto the Magnus once again. And Magnus is just getting chipped down by 2 people.
Accurate and precise.
Boom Boom is finally starting to look at least like a core. Although you're still gonna need another item past your BKB to really be a carry. But the top heroes of net worth are both on the side of Duty Vessuwan, as now Invoker tries to get himself out, but nope. That legendary Chris Invoker, aka Chanel, is just gonna get taken off the map by Light of Hope, and KNP will get himself another follow-up kill. 2k gold lead. Okay, this is that snowballable lead that Yuri Vessuwan are kind of aiming. Hook shot onto the Earthshaker. Getting stun locked up in place, and Nina is there to make the kill, but look at that! Oh my goodness, interrupt from the lid! The skewer is still gonna be there. However, do they have enough lockdown to keep the Nina in place? Yes, they do from the looks of it, although it will be at the cost of both the Magnus and now the Invoker going down. Lina, it may be the highest priority kill. We've talked about how scary Lina is during the draft, but it is definitely not worth this much. And look at Karma, he is used. Now with this smoke, Yuri Vessuwan have to think long and hard before knowing whether they want to go for more, and Invoker manages to get himself out of the cox. He will, however, be doomed up, and that doom is still coming in too huge, but is it? With the RP being there. Okay, it's probably gonna be one kill on the Invoker, right? There is no way that he didn't get triple cross, so there's no way he lives here, yeah. Triple cross could have actually kept him safe, but it's not like you get to press a lot of buttons when the Blink into Doom comes on, and now Karma is committed to look for clean up the gold. Vessuwan, their gold lead is slowly but surely faltering here. Doom, he may be looking really, really strong. 8 seconds left on that BKB and everything, but it's not like he's a traditional one who can just stand his ground and right-click the PA. The plan against PA is just doom her up at the start of the fight. In comes a hook shot onto the Grimstroke. Grimstroke is gonna get knocked down, and with the Inkswell, will be able to keep himself safe for just a second. Maybe long enough to enable a good thing for the PA, but no. The Chainsaw is there from the lid. PA now instead blinking onto the Clockwork, but the Chain Frost still bouncing. KNP dies for that. It's a 1-for-1, except that the Grimstroke support is tagged on, and that Grimstroke support kind of makes it worse. Plus the fact that you just had, and everyone from Yuri Vessuwan they are gonna find the PA with a ward over on that high ground, and the smoke onto the backline. Just gonna find a Lina in exchange, but Lina has the BKB, and it's just gonna counter that initiation as no RP is available just yet. Oh, this is huge. TNC, they have to be very careful now, and there is a 3-man swashbuckle already, forcing them to back off. Magnus will teleport himself out, and not just the Magnus. Everyone except the Grimstroke is in fact gonna get away. I mean, they cut their losses, but by the Dire, and if you look at TNC's side, they have mostly been playing defensively, so when not at least one of them is showing farming somewhere, even if it's too deep in the jungle for you to go on, then you know they are 5-man smoked up, and Magnus, he is not going to be able to initiate due to that knowledge. Everybody just waiting to prevent that RP from coming out. It is a 1-for-1 trade for now. Grimstroke running for his life once again. Yeah, he is having himself a hard game, and so is Carlo, as Light of Hope gets himself a double kill. Very on point from TNC throughout the series so far, and this is the first game where Yuri Vessuwan have kind of adapted to it, but guess what? If Magnus hides good enough catch, then they don't even need a pick off or an RP for that matter. They just kill off the Pangolier, no strings attached, using absolutely no resources. Chris, in the meantime, is just split pushing. He is just being as huge of a nuisance as he can be safely. And I mean, that is 1/5 of the tower's health already down. Catapult with the Alacrity, nothing to mess around with. Well, Lich, he is gonna be the next target for the Blink Skewer, and he's gonna be found. And yeah, that means Yuri Vessuwan, they are gonna have to break their position around that Radiant Triangle. It's a Midas, and part of his net worth just comes from the Devour. Invoker, he gets caught, there is a dust. Chris, unlocked up, unable to defend himself, finally gets the BKB out. Wants to walk up that high ground, doesn't get to. 2-man RP, and there's the follow-up PA and the Echo. We've talked about these ultimates being super hard to fight because Yuri Vessuwan are always ready for them. But this time around, well, they had to bring in their team. They were not expecting a good fight to happen out of nothing like that. And they will find it. Karma is still going to be able to right-click down this Light of Hope Lina. We did mention PA to kind of be the huge answer for her. And, well, it was indeed a huge answer. Now they will connect on the Pangolier. Pangolier rolling up, but while you're sitting there rolling up, the rest of the team is any incentive to end early, but will want to try to end really fast, 10 minutes from now or something like that. And, yeah, Light of Hope, he has a difficult game, unless somebody is caught for him, he will just right-click down the Magnus. PA still gets a turnaround kill, but Lina comes in right to the PA with that MKB machine gun, and even without, you know, evasion built in that MKB, her Mavis feels over and over again to the face from Light of Hope. TNC, it's the push coming out from this Lina that should have the... Okay, we got a really big smoke rotation. Rimstroke is gonna get Rolling Thunder on by the Pangolier. Is still gonna be kept alive. Magnus presses the BKB skewer up, and there is the Echo Slam saving them as Lina got the BKB out and was just waiting for the stun to turn that fight around, but nope, instead Karma now able to come on in, kill up 1, kill up 2, kill up 3. Can they get more off the back of that PA with the electricity? Her damage is definitely there, and yes. That's health in fact. Then this Phantom Assassin. And Phantom Assassin, she is not even going for the tank because she wants that nullifier to add even more damage to the mix. Ooh, Pangolier key dodges the skewer initiation. That means now comes the Blink Doom onto the Invoker. Invoker gets hookshotted. He just gets killed off. Chris, does he have a buyback? Well, I don't think he wants to buyback anymore because this fight's already a disaster. Nice jump out from Bok, and he at least able to save himself. From the looks of it, he will, but Karma comes on in, catches Light of Hope on the backline together with the Earthshake, fishing him from long range, and there's the RP on 2 more. Doom and Pango, they were the heroes I was focusing on in that fight because they were the most important damage dealers, but with the Invoker buyback coming in last second to wait for that moment where Yuri Vessuwan, they had both of those huge cores that we were looking at. And in comes Karma once again, finding exactly the kill he's looking for and helping out with the job on Bui as well. Pangolier with the Rolling Thunder gonna be fine, but only thanks to a Lincoln Sphere. And look at all of that chain stuff flying after him. Yeah, that was the only correct move to get out of there. And the Lincoln Sphere is definitely a huge item against PA, but Karma, you saw what he did. Away at the tower with the electricity. Still not getting too fast thanks to the Frost Shield, but now the Frost Shield stops and down goes the tower. Karma, down he goes maybe, but he has a second life. Why the hell did they throw the Doom on the PA there? Good job, you got rid of the Aegis. But now you got 3 seconds to end this team fight. Okay, they will get the Grimstroke maybe. Force, they're still keeping him alive a second longer, and Karma has been unleashed on the Lich on the back line. Yeah, the Doom, it was too huge to expend for the PA there. The Tornado barely off the mark. Pangolier able... And the Doom once again on the PA. This time around, it's actually a really good Doom onto the PA as well. Karma just gets deleted immediately. Mavis goes down to the Lina over on the backlines, and everybody else should be able to get themselves out. Barlow, whoever wins that is gonna get a really good segue back into this game. Clockwork, he goes for the hookshot, but gets tired before he can cock. And with the meatball, he's dropping awfully low. In comes Doom and RP. Just to make sure the Clockwork drops and keep the Doom off of hitting the PA for a while. And well, while the Doom is hitting the PA is hitting the Lina. Lina able to high ground herself. Karma, he would love that kill, but can't quite find it. Has to take himself out again. But guess what? He will just keep down the Lina still by the end of things. Is now running up both Pangolier and the Lich with that 2-man stifling dagger, and that's gonna be a dead Lich. Pangolier once again able to get yourself out. That hero is as capable in the current patch, but not as capable enough as now. Karma, is this gonna be enough for buyback plus Mully? Not quite. So if he commits for that, he has to be really careful. Magnus, oof, he already committed and he goes down. In comes the juicy meatball to help PA kill up the Clockwork. Clockwork goes on down, buys back immediately. Magnus is also about back, but he doesn't come in there. Karma, he goes in this as Lina is too long range, makes smoke on him. And he will kill off the Lina with a double damage route. In comes the Doom, dooming himself to try and deal with the PA a little bit better, but PA, she still has a second life and she does not mind frontlining this. Lina is back in again, but Light of Hope, if he gets seen by the PA, he is probably just dead. There is that huge break to make sure PA cannot hit you or you hitting her, and that is a rampage on Karma. Holy crap, well, at least the rampage means that we still got kind of a PogChamp moment in the finals. GG gets called by anyone. And yeah.
Right. Trinkets.